Hey guys, so in today's video we'll be doing a yarn declutter, organise and sprucing up the space that we have for the yarn. Upstairs we have this really small, very dismal and very kind of hospital-like looking room, and it's where we used to keep all the yarn in these very ugly boxes, and it was very poorly displayed, and it meant that I kept ordering. You'll find out in this video I ordered loads of skeins of acorn because I just didn't realise I had so many already because I couldn't see how many colours I had and what I had. I was just digging through boxes trying to find colours. So it definitely needed a revamp. So we decided that this room needed a makeover, and it was a good chance to actually go through my yarn and be able to decide what yarn I need to order. Stay until the end of the video to see the final reveal of the room, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so all of the boxes are clear. This is clear, this is clear, and this is clear. Well, no, this isn't clear. This is what I'm using as a rubbish box. But everything's clear. I think I still have some yarn downstairs, which I'll have to go fetch at some point. But I'll run you through kind of what we got. We got... Ooh, let me get down. This pile of acrylic yarn. I don't have a lot of acrylic yarn. I don't really know why I have any, to be honest. And then we'll go up here. Up here we have, I actually don't know what this yarn is. Let me grab a skein. This is the Cozy Chunky yarn. I'm pretty sure I got this from Lidl or Aldi. I planned on making that blanket, but there were only 4 skeins left. Oh my goodness, that's rickety. So it just definitely wasn't enough. And then on this shelf here, we have some skeins of Warm and Toasty. Never used it, don't know why I have so many. Then we have some skeins of Jumbo Toasty and a skein of Hobbycraft yarn. These are all Parfait Excel. And then over here, we've got these 3 skeins are the Hobbycraft Plushy Friends. This very tall mountain is actually Aldi baby yarn. Don't really know why I bought loads of that. Can't even use it for plushies because of UKCA regulations, but apparently I'd have a million skeins of it. Like, I mean a million as well, there's some that's fallen back there. Crazy. And this is like my miscellaneous kind of pile. So we've got some Yumtastic, some King Cole Yummy, some of like their colourful ones. So we have that blue one and that one. Some of the glittery chenilles, the chenille Best Chenille Ever, some Yummy Glitz, and I think that's everything for that part. And then, as expected, the bulk of my yarn is in fact Parfait Chunky. So yeah, I never realised I had this many skeins of tangerine. And for some reason I've got like so many skeins of the same yarn, but they're all open, which is a little bit crazy. So we have like, I kind of segregated into colour because the new shelves are like cube shelves, so that way you can have like, then we'll kind of colour coordinate. I only have, surprisingly, this amount of white though up here, which is really concerning, and I definitely need to order some more. So we've got like our pinks, and here we've got an odd skein of Little Bunny in purple for the unicorn I made. Some light blue, some sunshine and yellow, a million skeins of tangerine, a skein of carrot, some black, some white, a grey. I'm not sure whether this is Yummy though. I know this isn't Parfait Chunky, but it is the old Hobbycraft chenille, so it doesn't go with the Plushy Pals, because the Plushy Pals is more of that shoelace texture. But that's a proper like fluffy chenille, so it kind of blends and can be worked with Parfait Chunky, so that's why it's over here. Have like 2 halves of a skein of Teddy Bear. I think there's like 4, there's 2 full skeins and like 2 used skeins of chocolate. There's a pretty much full skein of espresso back there. 1.5 skeins of cream. a grey yarn which may or may not be parfait chunky, 2 skeins of mushroom. Now this is worrying. I actually am not like keen on acorn, but I apparently have a million skeins. Like there's 3 unopened one there and basically 4 here as well, so that's 7 skeins of acorn. Brilliant, gotta use all that now. A few skeins of green. They all seem to be a slightly different shade of green though, which is really annoying. Not a lot of black left, but I need to go downstairs and grab the last little bits. And then we need to pop out to IKEA to go and pick up my collect order, and I can show you the shelves that we've bought. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me on the mic very well, because I'm trying a new thing wearing on my shirt, but I don't know if it's actually working. But the shelves are up. Let me spin you around and show you. I did another clip of it, but I don't know if we'll include it. But those are the shelves. So now we just got to put this box of yarn, this trolley of yarn, and all of this yarn in there. I'm wearing a little pumpkin jumper, very outdated, very autumnal, and just some joggers, if anyone actually cared about what I was wearing today. But yeah, so we're gonna start just putting some stuff in. So I'll probably put it on time lapse in a little bit, but I'll walk you through kind of my thoughts. So earlier I organised all my yarn by, sorry if you can hear the cars outside. I organised all my yarn by kind of brand and colour. So we're going to start off with all of my Aldi baby yarn, and my thought process behind this is if I put it on the bottom, it's the one that I reach for the least, so it doesn't exactly need to be you know, at eye level, just so I can walk in and grab. So I'm just going to grab all these first. I'm trying to do it by colour. Goodness. Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare to put up. Luckily Josh did the majority of the hard work with it, because God knows I would not have been able to. So that was lucky, and Josh will be editing this, so thank you Joshua Lewin for putting up my shelves, very appreciated. So let's just put all this in here. I'm hoping to put in a yarn order tomorrow, because I didn't realise I got the big one of this cube shelf. I thought I got the 3x4, but it turns out I ordered the 4x4. So I think I'll definitely have room for new yarn, hopefully. And if I do, then I can definitely use it as an excuse to buy new yarn. And I will do anything if I can buy new yarn. So let's just put all this baby yarn in here first. I don't really know what my plan is with this baby yarn. I should really throw it out or sell it, but I don't know, maybe one day I'll need it. So I'm kind of just holding off in hopes that I will. I'm just hoping maybe someone close to me will have a baby. Who knows? Then let's put some, I don't really reach for these glittery chenilles and like my yummy skeins that much, so I'm going to put those on a bottom row as well, just because they're not something I tend to reach for. I only really buy them if I can't get a hold of the parfait chunky skeins I'm after. These are all red, so I'll put those at the top. But yeah, I'm very happy with the new yarn cube. It looks very nice and it looks a lot more organised this way, or at least I hope. But yeah, oh, God, I'm out of breath. Let's chuck these skinny chenille in as well, and some plushy friends, because I don't really tend to reach for plushy friends either, because it's that Hobbycraft yarn that has more of a kind of shoelacy texture, I'd like to say. Just put all those down there. Put these skeins of yummy in. And then I just have a ball of like a fluffy that I used for Santa hats on my Christmas pickles. Really cute. If I have a photo of the Christmas pickles, I'll put them in here so you can see what this yarn looks like worked up. Because it does just look like a pom-pom at the moment. Okay, next I'm thinking if I put my acrylic yarns on the bottom row as well. Sorry, you can't see really what I'm doing right now because I can't get the bottom row in without having me just not in it. And I really do hope the audio quality isn't absolutely horrific right now for you. And if it is, I'm really sorry. I'm so out of breath, sorry. Okay. Let's chuck some of these in. Some more of these. So fun discovering skeins of yarn I actually did not know I have. Okay, that's all my acrylic away. Perfect. Now I guess we can move on to the parfait chunky, which is the best part. This is actually a pom-pom. I think I bought this for a Santa I was going to make. I was going to make the Kits Knits Co Santa and add pom-pom on the end, but I was originally going to make it out of Warm and Toasty because I thought this was a pretty good skin colour, but alas, I did not find the right colours for it. So I'll put it in time-lapse mode now whilst I kind of just work away on it. Maybe I'll move you guys down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, we'll put you guys there. Okay, so I'll be back once I've made a little bit of progress and hopefully got mainly all the parfait chunky in. I think that's all of my parfait chunky in now, so let me flip it around. I definitely need more yarn. There's like nothing in here. So we've got the whites and creams box. Then we've got the dark brown. So I've got chocolate and espresso in here. Then we've got kind of those lighter browns. So we got almond butter, acorn and teddy bear in this one. Then kind of like my greys and like between grey and brown. So we've got toffee, seal, 2 light greys and some blacks. So why he's hanging down. And then down here we only have 1 skein of red, like chenille red. So we've got reds, oranges and a few yellows. And my greens. My blue section is so lonely. And then pinks and purples. So in these cubes here, just below, see if I can point at it, these ones here, we're going to put in all our XL yarn. So we'll do that now. Okay, so sorry if it's a bit loud. I don't know how close to hold the mic, but we finished the room and we added a few changes that you haven't seen yet. So we put a few of the plushies up here, along with some vines, courtesy of Josh. And then in each yarn cube, you'll find a plushie which has one of the colours. So in the white one, you've got the Yetis. In here, you've got the reindeer. I didn't have like one with this colour, but his hooves are, so I'm gonna take it as a win. We've got Rudy in this one, the possum over here, whoops, the pink macaroon turtle in here, the blue winter turtle in here, double whammy in here, we've got a whale and a little Uggy man. Buggy man? Buggy, who knows? Then we've got Jack in here, and then I wanted him to be on display, so we've got our little love heart. And then if we move on to the other side of the room, we added my 6-day... We put on my 6-day star blanket. Just ignore the fact I never actually weaved the ends in because I don't like weaving ends in. But we chucked it over this really gross looking leather thing that we have in here. And then over here we have a little packing trolley for when we pack orders. So on the bottom we've got boxes. In the middle we've got bags from markets and poly mailers. On the top we've got our Nelco printer, some washi tape, some thank you stickers, packing slips, tissue paper. My laptop's there, it's not supposed to be there though. And then up here we have our little pink boxes for our little orders. And yeah, it's done and it looks really pretty. But we're hoping to get some fairy lights for over there so it looks a little bit nicer, and a funky light bulb so we can change kind of how warm or how bright we want it to be in here. But yeah, I think it'll be really nice to like shoot content in here. Now that we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I can sit here and go live with my very nice yarn cube behind me. And yes, the finale of this video is I need to buy a lot more yarn because it looks quite barren. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.